I'd like to start with a namaste. Thank you for joining me today on your yoga mat. And we're going to start with a little bit of a breath work practice that will help ground us. And then we'll move into the poses. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, look in the distance, or have a downward gaze. We'll breathe in for the count of 4 seconds and exhale for the count of 6 seconds. If you can exhale out a longer count, even better. But keep it simple, keep it manageable. So on your next breath in, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then breathe normally and naturally. So we've done 4 rounds. And then I'd like to invite you to just loosen up the top part of the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to very gently inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. We'll do 3 up and down. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the neck. And then when you're done with 3 up and down, look over the right shoulder to the right and over to the left shoulder. And again, I'm just keeping it palatable. So just 3. And then come back to center. And please do that at your own pace. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And then left ear to your left shoulder. Noticing which side feels more flexible as opposed to less flexible, but no judgment, just noticing. And then come back to center. So one thing that I learned with my experience in India when I was coordinating with a doctor was that the semicircle movements, they're good. But if you do a full round, that is not recommended and it is not good for your ears. So I will just be careful of that. So from here, I'm going to invite you to bring your fingers onto your shoulders and we'll do 3 clockwise. And counterclockwise. Okay, just to loosen up the shoulders, shake out your arms, rotate the wrists. And then I'm going to invite you to roll over onto all 4s. So here what you're going to do is palms are flat, knees are apart. And I'm going to invite you to start by taking circular movements. And now just make sure that your knees are cushioned. So if you need to put an extra or double up your mat for your knees, please do. You can even put like a blanket underneath your knees if you need to cushion them. And then once you're comfortable, start with 3 clockwise and 3 counterclockwise movements. Again, fast or slow, whatever works for you. for cat and cow. So you're going to exhale, round your back, tuck your head in, inhale, drop your belly, arch, and look up. So this kind of complements the head and neck exercises that we just did. And then the cat and the cow, release tension from the lower back, strengthen also the lower back muscles. And then you're welcome to tuck your toes, come into downward facing dog. Do a little bit of pedaling. Your hamstrings will be very happy. Your brains or your mind will be nourished with blood. And then before you step forward, if you need to remove socks, please do. Don't want you slipping on the mat. And then walk to the front of your mat. Keeping your feet either together or apart. Keep the knees slightly bent. This will take the pressure off your lower back. And then all you're going to do is unroll, letting your head and your neck hang. Unroll vertebrae by vertebrae. So just coming up slowly stops us from getting any kind of a head rush. Okay. So on your next inhale, exhale, bring your palms in front of your heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain, Tadasana, and then exhale, fold forward again. Inhale to half forward fold. So this is more of an Ashtanga variation. Exhale to full forward fold. And then we're going to inhale, take the right leg back. Remember to follow your movements with your breath into low lunge. Left leg to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and your chin. And then inhale, slide into cobra. Keep your navel on the mat. From cobra, we're going to exhale to downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, what we're going to do is drop the left knee and bring the right leg forward. Okay, now if you're up like this, see if you can sink down into your hips. Okay, depending on what is comfortable for you. And then we're going to sweep the arms up into crescent, Anjaneyasana. So we're starting with the moon salutation. And then exhale down to the ground. Inhale, take the right leg back, lift your left knee off the mat. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, and your chin. Now what this does is it works like a tricep push-up. So we're strengthening your upper body. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog again. And then this time, inhale, step the left leg forward. Drop the right knee before, during, or after. Good. Sweep your arms up on an inhale. And then on your subsequent exhale down, lifting your right knee off the mat. Inhale, take the left leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide into cobra, untuck your toes. Exhale to downward facing dog again. And then on your next inhale, we're going to step the right leg forward. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up to mountain. Bring your palms into prayer position in front of your heart. Samasthiti, palms by your side. Good job. Okay. So I just wanted to start with one round because I know, Sam, you said that you're a little bit rusty with your sun salutation, and I know, Emma, you might be a little bit rusty with your sun salutation. So I just wanted to make sure that we do a little bit to start with, and then we'll build it over the weeks to come. From here, we're going to check in with balance. So I'm going to give you a few options to do a balance that's going to work for you. So you're welcome to roll whichever foot you're going to start your balance. Do either a low tree touching the floor, medium tree underneath your knee, a higher tree, or if you'd like to even just kind of do a bent knee where you're just holding the foot, that will work too. So picking whichever variation of a balance will work for you. Prayer position, this, straight up, or even reverse prayer position. So the idea behind this, of course, is to have a very straight, comfortable back or posture, balance, look in the distance at a point, and keep breathing. Release, shake out your leg. It's all good, even if you're able to hold for 10 seconds. Great. So now we're going to switch legs. So roll whichever foot, the other foot rather, come into your low, medium, high tree. Whichever variation, back is straight, knee is soft, breath is in your belly. And release. Shake it out. Okay, I'm assuming this is a good job for both of you. I know it's very hard to do a yoga practice at home because we get distracted by all sorts of things. So when you find distraction coming at you, just tell your mind, I'll take care of it afterwards. So you're giving this 1 hour to yourself. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to do the variation of a trikonasana triangle pose. So I'm going to give you the option of doing whichever one you want to. So either we're going to do trikonasana where your right foot is pointed to the right, left is parallel to the back of your mat. Lift your arms up. You're welcome to hinge your hips to the right. And now, two variations. So the first one is to come into triangle. Okay, keep your knees soft. Right hand is in front of your leg. If you want something a little more challenging, you can instead lift your arms up into the chitty chitty bang bang variation, and this will also work on your quadratus lumborum. See which works for you. Keep breathing. You can do both variations. They will work also. And release. Change your feet, lifting your arms up on an inhale. You're welcome to hinge your hips to the left. Exhale either into Trikonasana triangle. Stay here for 10 seconds. And then, of course, you're welcome to come up into the chitty chitty bang bang variation. Both work. All is good. Keep breathing. Release. Good job. Shake it out. Okay. Then we're going to have a seat. What we're going to do is we're going to do a mini exercise with the breath. So you are welcome to bring the soles of your feet together. So you're going to do a hip opening pose, Baddha Konasana. And what we're going to do is for the next minute, as you kind of just watch your body, I'd like to invite you to count your thoughts. We're going to just do this for 1 minute. So you're going to get that inner thigh stretch in bound angle. And if you want, everything is always a suggestion or a choice. You can count your breathing, you can count your thoughts, you can do neither and just enjoy. So I'm going to invite you to start the count, preferably of the breath, now. And relax. Shake your legs out. So I if you counted anywhere between 12 and 14 breaths in the minute, this is normal. If you counted less than that, like let's say 4 or 5 breaths, you're on your way to yogi manship. Okay, so the yogis sitting at the top of the mountain meditating, they will usually have 4 breaths or 5. What this basically means is each time we breathe in, we have a thought. They're connected to each other. So if today you had maybe 12 breaths in a minute, that's okay, no judgment. We'll work on bringing that number down. So from here, I'm going to invite you to bring your left leg over your right. You're welcome to fold your right leg in, but don't put it under your hip or keep it stretched out. So we're going to do the spinal twist. Okay. So the knee is straight up, toes are straight up, and then you're going to take your left arm, circle and place it behind. Right can hold your shin or your knee. Wrap your elbow around or lengthen the right arm, place it against your thigh, exhale into a deeper twist. Arm can be bent or straight. Gently close your eyes, and we will hold for 3 breath counts. Then on your next inhale, release from your pose. Stretch your legs, shake them out. Bring the right leg over the left, fold or keep your legs stretched out. Circle your right arm. Pick the variation of holding, wrapping, or lengthening. Elbow against your thigh. Exhale into a deeper twist, holding for 3 breath counts. And then on your next inhale, release your left arm off your thigh. Swivel back to center, stretch your legs, shake them out if you want. And then I would like to invite you to lift your knees up. Good job, perfect. Arms can be facing each other, and this is boat pose. So we're strengthening the core. in Navasan, and then exhale down. Shake it out if you need to. Good job. What I'm going to invite you to do is Vishnu's pose Anand Asan. So this is similar to a hip opening, but also a hamstring stretch. So you can do this in three variations. You can lie down and keep your head on your upper arm, or you can cradle your head in your hands. And then you can lift your right leg. Keep your knee slightly soft. You can hold under your knee on the thigh or the calf muscle or the ankle or the sole of your foot. So see what works for you. Eyes can be opened or closed, always preferably closed. And just observe how your body feels resting and supported on the surface of the earth, ergo your yoga mat, and smile. And then gently release your leg back down. Here, I'm going to invite you to roll over onto your stomach. Bring your chin onto the mat, arms alongside your body, and we're going to do Shalabhasan, the locust, for your lower back. So you're just going to inhale, lift up, chin, chest, arms, and your legs. Toes can be pointed or relaxed. Again, strengthening the lower back muscles. Breathe. And then gently exhale down. Bring your fingers under your shoulders. And from here, I'm going to invite you to lift up onto all fours. We'll do the Vishnu's pose on the other side in a few seconds. But I'd like to invite you to lower down into child's pose, Shashankasan. Knees can be together or apart. Arms can be either in front or behind, or head on the mat. Here, what I'd like to do is invite you to think of three things that you are grateful for and why you are grateful for them. And then on your next inhale, lift your head and chest up. When you're done, we'll do Vishnu's pose Anantasana on the other side. So picking the variation that is comfortable. Inhale, lift your leg, grab wherever you're comfortable, either the thigh, the calf muscle, ankle, sole of your foot, or big toe. And again, once again, you're welcome to close your eyes. And as you enjoy this side of the body, again, noticing without judgment how it feels. What I would like to also let you know is that cultivating gratitude three times or three thoughts of gratitude once a day is a great consistent practice to inculcate. And what it does is it also signals the body. It knows that when we cultivate gratitude, the body creates something called immunoglobulin A, which helps fight viruses, bacteria, and strengthens the immune system. All I'm trying to encourage or invite you to do is to have a gratitude practice because health-wise, there are a lot of benefits. I'm going to be quiet, let you enjoy Vishnu's pose for a few more seconds. And then on your next exhale, gently lower your leg back down. And here's where we're going to go into a more relaxed state. So I'm going to invite you to roll over onto your back. And then finally releasing from Balasana, happy baby feet. You're welcome to bring your feet on the mat, knees still are bent. We're going to do Setu Bandhasan, the bridge pose. So pressing the feet into the mat, lift your hips up. And this will give you a lovely stretch on your lower back. It's also a chest opening pose. And as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing in love, tenderness, joy, sending it over to your heart. And then imagine that energy of love, joy, and tenderness spreading throughout your body, inside, coating it, wrapping itself around your fascia, muscles, tendons, blood vessels, bones. And then slowly, as you exhale, lower your hips back down. On that exhalation, imagine that you're sending that positive energy out into the world around you. Once your hips touch the lower mat, cross your legs, right on left. Eye of the needle, bring your right hand between your legs as you lift your left knee up. Okay, you're welcome to interlock your fingers either on your shin or on the back behind your knee. So see what variation works for you. And if your neck is not comfortable, you're welcome to put a pillow underneath it. So this is also another hip opening pose called Eye of the Needle, Suchirandasana. Okay, interlacing your fingers, chin tucked in. I will stay here for 2 more breath counts. Then releasing from this, switch your legs, left on right. Exhale as you lift your right leg. Left hand goes between the legs. Chin slightly tucked in. And this is also great for your sciatica. And then releasing your eye of the needle. I'm going to invite you to drop both your knees to the right, or you're welcome to lift them up and then lower them into recline twist. Arms can be stretched out. You're welcome to place them on your stomach. Again, whatever feels best for you. If you feel cold or your temperature drops, you know that you are always welcome to cover up with a shawl or a blanket. And now, as you relax in this pose, try to give your mind a break from the thought. So, whenever something passes in your mind, just notice it, notice how the thought arises. And if you don't interact with it, how it'll just gently fade away. And this is how we're bringing mindfulness into our movement and stillness. And then on your next inhale, gently lift your knees, lower them to the opposite side, or lift your knees up and then lower them to the left. Arms can be stretched out or placed on your stomach. Use this time to really self-soothe. You're welcome to say the following affirmations. I embrace serenity, especially whenever any disturbing or upsetting thought pops in your mind. And then finally, gently lift your knees up from Jatara Parivrtta. Stretch your legs out into Shavasana corpse pose. Arms can be facing up or resting on your stomach, whatever works for you. And this brings us to the last and the final part of our practice together. So I'm going to invite you to lie down with a covering. I'm going to just get a shawl. And this is perhaps the best part of the practice, the final relaxation. It's like a yoga nidra. And then once you make yourself comfortable, gently roll your head from side to side, releasing any tension if you need to. And then finally, making adjustments. You're welcome to repeat in your mind or listen to the sound of my voice, or do both. I relax my toes, my legs, and my hip. My toes, legs, and hip are relaxed. I relax my stomach, my chest, and my shoulders. My stomach, chest, and shoulders are relaxed. I relax my arms, my elbows, and my wrists. My arms, elbows, and wrists are relaxed. I relax my neck, my jaw, and my eyes. My neck, jaw, and eyes are relaxed. I relax my liver, my lungs, and my heart. My liver, lungs, and heart are relaxed. I'll relax my entire body, breathing, and my thought. My body, breathing, and thought are relaxed. Exhale deeply. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bringing the energy and the awareness to your body. You're welcome to interlock your fingers behind your head. Give yourself a stretch. Feel all the tension releasing throughout. You're welcome to roll over to whichever is your favorite side, the right or the left. Take a moment or two. And then gently, with the help of your hand, lift yourself up into a seated position. And while we sit together with our eyes closed, I'd like to invite you to take a moment to recall the energy that you had when you started and how you feel in this moment right now. And notice without judgment. Then gently rubbing your palms together, cup them over your eyes. Thank your body for today's practice. Namaste.